Okay, this is going to be my take on the Webster County High School basketball schedule now that it's been posted for the 2020 season. Looks like it's only going to be an abbreviated 16-game regular season schedule. May show there's 17 regular season games here, but you're only going to play one of these LKC games. I'll explain that a little bit later. So 16 game regular season. A lot of familiar opponents. There's 7 teams on the schedule that we played last year, starting with Roane County. Last year, Webster beat Roane both away and at home, away by 5 points and 9 at home. I think they'll do the same thing this year, so I'm going to go ahead and pencil in a couple W's for Webster against Roane on the schedule. Braxton County, that's going to be tough. Braxton's been playing tough lately, particularly last year. We beat them away by 8. They came to Webster's court and won 94-88 in a real barn burner. So I think the teams are going to split those games this year, each team winning on their home court. So go ahead and pencil those in. Clay County, similar situation last year, even though Webster won at home by 9 and down there, I think it was like 55-54, 1-point win down at Clay. They've got a good team. I think that's going to be a split this year, to be realistic. So we'll go ahead and pencil that in, each team winning on their home court. Doddridge County, Webster's had their number lately. Tug Valley, interesting game. Tug Valley's been tough in the past against Webster, not to bring up any bad memories, but in the 2012 or 13 state tournament, Tug wiped Webster out. Don't know what they have this year, so I'll put a question mark for that game. Calhoun beat them twice by 9 away opening game last year and then 17 at home. They'll take Calhoun even though that's an away game. Gilmer County was interesting. On Gilmer's court, and this is where this is going to be this year, we only play them once, Webster wiped them out by 39 points on a Saturday afternoon game. But then Gilmer came to Webster and almost pulled an upset. Webster only won by 3, but I think Webster can take that. South Harrison, haven't played them in a long time. South Harrison historically does not have a good team. I think Webster will have a win there because of that. Then we come down to one of the toughest teams on the schedule, Greater Beckley. 2019 championship team beat them 3 times, regular season twice, and then in the playoffs. Last year it was just the opposite. Greater Beckley basically had Webster 39 points away, 10 points on Webster's court, and then in the regional final by 16. I think the teams will split this year, so Webster will lose away but win at home. Then we come down to what I think is one of the most interesting games of the schedule, and that's Greenbrier West. And the reason I say that, Webster's in a 4-team section this year, along with Meadowbridge, Richwood, and Greenbrier West. So this is going to be an interesting game. Greenbrier West has been pretty good lately. I don't know what's going to happen in that game, so put a question mark on that. And then it shows there's 2 games in this New River tournament here. So I don't know who the other team is going to be, so I've got to put a question mark on that. Then we come down to the 2 LKC games. If you win your side, East or West, you'll play in a championship, and if not, you play in a placement game. So you're only going to play one of those 2 games. Again, not knowing who the possible opponents could be, that's going to be a question mark. So what I've got on the regular season, because the regular season ends right here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 regular season wins for Webster against 3 losses and 4 that I don't know about. Let's say they split the 4 that I don't know about. That means there'll be 11-5 going into the sectionals. Now, when they go into the sectionals, they're going to host an opening round game at 11-5. Whether they're the top seed in the section will depend on what they do with Greenbrier West. So at 11-5, they're going to either host Meadowbridge or Richwood. They're going to win that game in advance to the sectional championship. So they're going to be 12-5 at this point going into the sectional championship. Most likely they're going to play Greenbrier West. If they go in at 11-5 or better than that, they're going to win that sectional championship game. We'll give them a W there. They'll be 13-5, and that ain't the end of the story, because if you do that, you've now got to go winning your section, you play the loser of the other side. The other side has in it Greater Beckley. We're not going to play them. They're not going to lose that side. That side has, among Greater Beckley, Mount Calm, James Monroe, Mountain View, or Riverview. We'll play one of those 4 teams to get to Charleston, and they will. They'll be going into Charleston at 14-5. They will beat whoever's on the loser of the other side of the section. 14-5 will get them probably about a 2 or a 3 seed, be my guess. 4 at the worst. So come back at the end of March and see how my predictions did.